Islamic inheritance is a perfect example of someone thinking up a plan, but not really testing it or working through all the scenarios. I have a succinct example that proves the Quran is written by a man, not by God. Let me show you what I mean. This rambling verse in the Quran in Surah Nisa says, Allah instructs you concerning your children, for the male what is equal to the share of two females, but if there's only daughters, two or more, for them is 2/3 of one estate, and on and on and on it goes. Along with a few other verses like this. Thing is, it didn't take long for this to fall apart. Right after Muhammad died, in Umar's time, situations started to arise that didn't fit in the Quranic model. Islam QA says, the issue first arose at the time of Umar, and he was the first one to issue a ruling concerning it. When the case was referred to him of a husband and two sisters, Umar said, Allah has allocated half to the husband and 2/3 to the sisters. If I start with the husband, the two sisters will not be able to have their full share. And if I start with the two sisters, the husband will not be able to have his full share. The Muslims adopted that from the time of Omar onwards. Then Abdullah ibn Abbas came up with a different view concerning the issue, as he did not favor the view of Awl. Then this difference of opinion ceased to exist, and all the scholars adopted the view of Omar and the majority of the Sahaba. Happy ending, right? Let's look at the scenario. A woman leaves behind a husband and two sisters. The prescribed shares are as follows. Husband, mentioned in 412, gets 50%. Two sisters, mentioned in 4176, get 2/3 a share, or 66.67%. What now? It's not possible because it adds up to over 100%. So the solution is to divide the shortfall proportionally among all the heirs. This is called awl. However, Shias don't agree with this. Hilariously, they argue regarding the invalidity of the doctrine of awl by observing that it is impossible for Allah to divide an estate into shares of halves and 2/3, or shares of 1/8, 1/3, and 2/3, because otherwise ignorance and frivolity would be attributed to him, while he is too exalted to deserve such attributes. Hence, it has been narrated from Ali and his pupil Abdullah bin Abbas that they said, "He who can count the number of sand grains in the universe surely knows that the number of shares do not exceed 6. To fix this problem, the Imamiyya, meaning the Shia Imams, always diminish the shares of the daughters or sisters. As usual, give the short end of the stick to women. That ought to do it. There you have it. But the Shias were right, actually. God is not that dumb to make such a mistake. But Allah is. The problem shows the Quran for what it is, a book written by Muhammad. Leave Islam behind. Life is better and more beautiful without it.